Everyone, I'm Airier, and today we're going to be looking at Puffin Forest Curse of Strahd replay, episode 12, The Witch of the Woods. Now, even though I've been literally jumping non-stop into background D&D lore, I've made a point to avoid all the spoilers I can for Curse of Strahd. Way more difficult than I thought it would be. Like, legitimately, I did not expect it to be that hard, because there's a lot of things and references, like... There's videos like, oh, this is okay, they're referencing Strahd, skip. Damn it! We'll have to go back to so many Mr. Rex videos. Oh, God. Yeah. So, I don't know what we're getting into. I do know, though, this is the second to last episode in this campaign, so they're probably going to get their ass kicked one more time. Probably twice more, because it seems to be the setting requirement here. Even when they win, they really don't win. Yeah. Am I overreacting? I honestly don't believe so. No, I think that is a very accurate representation of how this campaign has gone. Surprisingly alive. Considering they've died multiple times, they've come back as, well, good as a beholder now, so let's just put it for what it is. Or beholder kin, I guess that would be more accurate, whatever. So yeah, we're just going to get into this and see where this goes. And by goes, it's Puffin Forest doing Curse of Strahd. Yeah. I don't even need to say it. You know. If you haven't already, there's a link below to the original video. Make sure to hit it up. And once you do, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe on this channel as well, because at the time of recording this, we're so freaking close to 50k. It's just less than 2,000 subscribers more, and I'm sorry, I've been perpetually geeking out for a while now, so I'm really excited. But yeah, let's just jump right into it and see just how crazy the second to last episode of this campaign is. Yeah, it's going to be a doozy.
In my last D&D Curse of Strahd game, the group set out on the road to Berez. We're heading out there to find the Witch of the Woods. Supposedly she had stolen this magic stone, which is bound to Strahd and gives him special powers. There are 3 stones out there, one which gives him an AC bonus, another which gives him resistance, and the last which gives him the ability to scry on anyone who says his name.
Gameplay-wise,
we've already gotten rid of one, which gives him an AC bonus.
Oh,
we just need to find and destroy
one?
the other
Nice.
2. The party's also on a time crunch to save Irina, because Strahd is planning to kill Irina and raise her as a vampire. We only have a day and a half and 1 full night's rest before the wedding. I speak to Van Richten. You've been here longer than us. What have you heard about Berez? Nothing. I've heard no rumors. It sounds like no one goes this way, and anyone who does, doesn't come back.
Are they actually sure a town's there? Because that sounds like a great way to say, oh, by the way, whoever this witch is, she's killed them all. Yeah, I mean, you can always say, oh, she's protecting him and no one wants to leave. Does anyone actually believe that? Like, even for a second in a Strahd campaign? Yeah, no.
We eventually reach the entrance to the town. There are 2 guards there keeping watch. We cautiously approach them, hands on our weapons.
Wait for the fight.
It looks like we might be able to take them out easily. Hello, welcome to Berez.
What?
They say, waving, letting us through. Ha!
That's weird.
We're caught off guard with how friendly they are. We entered the town. The settlement's pretty small.
I'm getting muffin vibes. And if you don't know what I mean by that, oh, sweet summer child, do not look it up. Dear God, I'm still kind of scarred from that.
With just a few buildings. We notice how oddly pretty and bright everything is, with the cloud cover overhead being just a bit thinner.
Is
the
it
cold
an
weather
illusion?
Relaxing its grip, with a warm breeze gently rolling through. Over a field of flowers, a few butterflies are fluttering about, which we haven't seen any other flowers in Barovia since we've
Are
gotten
they
here.
secretly carnivorous?
The people all look normal, dressed in regular clothes with no
It
oddities
has to be a
about
lie
them.
somehow.
A young woman sees
not
us,
fucked up enough.
waves, and comes over to the group.
Oh, you're new here, aren't you?
I said, yeah, we just
The
arrived.
hell?
She was curious.
Do you know anyone in town, or are you traveling through? We don't get many new faces.
We're just traveling through. We
I'm
came
guessing
down
like
here
they're
to
all
check it out.
zombies or ghosts or
Well,
something
please,
horrible and
I
fucked
hope
up.
you enjoy your time here. My name's Lavina, by the way.
She leads us through town.
This is
We
so
notice the
weird.
children running around, laughing and playing. A fisherman reeling in a large salmon by the creek. A woman whistling while she's hanging out laundry.
This is a Lotus Eater situation, isn't it? For anyone wondering, Lotus Eater is basically where you get a dream that is exactly what you always wanted. But to escape it, you have to literally reject everything you always wanted. And it's really freaking hard because you don't know it's a dream. You think you literally just have the perfect life for a bit. And it's like, oh, wow, this is literally heaven. No. Yeah. It has to be. There's no way this is real in Curse of Strahd or Barovia or this entire campaign. Or is the DM just fucking with them? I mean, yes, probably regardless, but still.
This place is not what I expected it to be.
Yeah.
Well, what did you expect?
Barovia?
What have you heard?
Nothing, I said. Most of the places in Barovia are pretty dangerous, and I thought people might have been getting killed or something.
Still thinking it.
Lavina chuckled.
How silly. Actually, yes, people don't leave here often. But that's just because of how nice it is here. I guess you could say this little town is a bit of a refuge where people could be safe and not be burdened with their worries.
Okay, no. This isn't even Lois. We're going full, like, there has to be something horrible happening. I do not believe for a second this is actually nice. No, we're going full-on cult, sacrifice people, like Silent Hill all the way level shit here. There's no way this is actually a good place. There's just no way. I do not believe it. It's too weird.
You know what? That's great. I was half expecting that this town, there was going to be evil, and that we're going to get jumped by some dark, fucked up bullshit, and a bunch of people were going to try and murder us.
Probably still. Human sacrifice?
Well, you don't have to worry about that, because there's nothing dark or creepy or secret here.
That's great.
I completely believe
What
her.
are the odds that we just happened to run into the nicest place in Barovia? Levine laughs. Ha ha ha. Garl laughs. Ha ha ha. Levine laughs. Ha.
The trees start laughing.
We're all laughing. This is great. Ha 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 ha. I'm probably going to kill you later.
Yeah.
Lavina is confused.
What?
Gotcha. Garl laughs.
No, he's accurate on that one. Calling it now. Honestly, I think just fire everywhere is a good precaution. Yeah.
We noticed at the center of town there's a bit of a crowd congregated. It looks like everyone is watching a play of some kind. In the performance, there's a man, regally dressed, with jet black hair and pale skin.
Strahd?
A woman is on her knees, begging him, tears in her eyes, with auburn hair. We immediately recognize it as
Irina!
Gouda gasped. She rushed through the crowd over to Irina.
What?
Irina, what are you doing here? Oh my gosh, I thought you had been captured. Don't worry, we'll get you out of here.
Gouda goes to hug Irina, but
This is just one of those moments where I'm sitting back and like, oh dear God, Gouda, how? And then I'm like, you know what? I'm actually impressed by Gouda's player playing off this level of naivete because this is hard, as I found out by trying to play a character that was that naive. It's really hard to force yourself to even think of the actions that are so obviously wrong, but then to do it. This is a level of roleplay I'm actually impressed by now for having failed at it. So yeah, to whoever plays Gouda, and I'm definitely going to watch the wrap-up videos I saw after all of this campaign at the end, good on you, because that's actually impressive.
her hands pass through.
What?
My God,
It
it's
seems
it's
like
an
the
illusion.
image was an illusion. An elderly woman approaches her and says,
Why are you ruining my performance?
Ooh, first
Gouda
murder?
asked.
Why is there an illusion of Irina here?
The elderly woman
Do they
takes her
worship
walking
Strahd?
cane and whaps her on the head with it.
Ow! That's what
Assault!
you get for being
Assault!
disrespectful. Don't you know not to interrupt your elders?
No.
What's your name?
Gouda pulls out her
Oh,
notepad.
God, the damn notepad.
Baba Lysaga. Baba Lysaga.
Gouda was writing it down. The elderly woman whapped her on the head again.
Ow! What?
Baba Desa. Are they making a Baba Yaga reference? Huh. I wasn't actually expecting that. It could be unrelated, but that sounds oddly familiar. Maybe it's just me, though.
What was that for? You're still ruining the performance. But who's that guy who's talking to Irina? Oh, the Lord, of course.
Gouda was confused.
But who's that? Oh, of course you know him.
She said tersely.
Strahd?
Bojack interrupted. Gouda, stop. You know who it is.
No, she doesn't.
No, I don't know.
Oh, the two
Gouda
lumps. I
said,
thought it was a
pulling out her
heart.
notepad.
I need to know the name of the person who's talking to Irina, because I don't know who possibly could be talking to her.
Strahd?
The elderly woman gave her this incredulous look.
Strahd von Zarovich.
God damn it, Gouda. Gouda's like, oh.
Also, I would just like to point out, I did not plan to exactly copy Puffin, but I would just like to say, the very second they said the name would be an issue and that someone might say it, I'm pretty sure in the last video I said it would somehow be Gouda's fault. Yep. I stand by that. And I was right. It's Gouda's fault. Oh, God. Her player makes Gouda literally such an amazing character. This campaign wouldn't be nearly as funny without her. It would still be pretty funny because Puffin's narrating and he's great at that. But just Gouda's character is amazing. I love this.
She puts away her notepad.
I wasn't supposed to do that, was I?
No, you weren't.
Now he knows we're here.
Yep.
Boshak said.
The DM gave you so many attempts to back off, but you didn't, did you?
Garo explained, this is not like there's a spear coming at you and you have to dodge it out of the way. This is like a spear is on the ground and you have to just not
walk over it,
your face into it. Just don't do it. Gouda asked Baba Lysaga,
But you know Irina. Have you seen her recently? No. Besides, she's not Irina. It's Tatiana.
she spat on the ground after
Yep,
saying her
and
name.
that's the witch.
Gouda was indignant.
No, it's not.
The elderly woman whapped her on the head with her cane.
I gotta admit, though, I like this
Ow.
old witch. She's nice.
Gouda rubbed the top of her head.
Reminds me of being at home.
Boshak
That's
leaned over and
Kind
whispered
of
to
screwed
Garo.
up.
I believe I know how the little one's brain has been damaged.
Being hit a lot.
The rest of us were hanging back, just watching. Garo said, I'm just waiting for everything to turn south and things to start getting
Murdery.
fucky.
Yeah.
Gouda pointed to Strahd.
But why do you have a performance with him in it? That woman, Tatiana, is the harlot that seduced my baby boy, my dear sweet son, Strahd.
Oh, well, in terms of things I was expecting, the Barovia retirement home for Strahd's mother was not one of those. And yeah. Also, I can't help but think of this entire town now as just her little dollhouse that she's stuck in because he just put her in a home. Strahd put his mom in a home. Okay, yeah, this is happening. This is legitimately happening. We have Strahd's mother making a play about how she really is out of touch with reality. And yet it also explains so much. And if she's not a vampire, holy crap, she definitely has to be some kind of crazy lich witch because, yeah, I don't think she should be alive. He's been alive for 400 years and I know time passes. Oh, was Strahd a mama's boy? And gave his mom a nice, happy home because then time would pass really slowly for her? So she'd stick around? Nah, it couldn't be that easy. Just, okay, wow. Or she's delusional.
You're Strahd's mother?
The resemblance
Garo's
is
like,
striking.
And there it goes.
God damn it, Gouda. To be fair,
Excuse me. He was the one stalking her.
Baba Lysaga swung at Gouda's head. This time she ducked it.
oh,
Now,
she learned.
she is the seducer who stole my baby boy away from me. He's a monster. She was just an innocent woman when he went after her.
The elderly woman
Was
swung
she?
at her head again. Gouda cast a shield spell deflecting the blow.
Oh,
The two
God.
kept arguing back and forth.
Really?
And every time
Using the
Gouda
spell slot
snapped
for
at
that?
her, Baba Lysaga swung her cane at her, and she deflected it with her shield. After a long argument, Baba Lysaga finished out the performance and stomped away from Gouda, fuming. The crowd dispersed, going back to their business.
Does that mean Strahd's last name is
One of the
Lasaga?
homes was much larger and more impressive than the others, with 2 stories instead of just 1.
Ooh.
Baba Lasaga entered into it. Once things had quieted down, Crust said,
I'm going to use my divine sense. I can smell the presence of Fae, celestial fiend, and so on around me.
The
Shouldn't go off
DM hemmed
everywhere?
and hawed, thinking before he answered, Yeah, actually, you're getting a sense of some celestial in this town.
What?
Celestial? Where?
Celestial?
The DM points up, above, in the center of town. There's a hint of celestial. When we look up, we don't see anything there. During this time,
Smell it?
Garo was deciding something. I think it's time for me to explore and see if I can get to the bottom of this mystery. I'd originally been going to explore during the performance as a distraction,
But
when Gouda started talking to Baba Lasaga in the crowd, I thought, I have to hang back, because I was originally 90% sure she was going to cause some trouble. But we were still
you're
there
not
with the
wrong.
others,
She did
and
say the name.
Now I had to think of an excuse to split off from the others. I looked to Lavina. Great talk with you guys, but I just got to step out for a second. Lavina asked me,
Why?
I got to take, like, a really huge shit. Like, I've got to go find some trees. It's going to be really bad. I split off from the party.
that's one way to do it.
As I
Also
was
very
exploring,
effective.
I noticed that there was this cat that was following behind.
Cat?
I noticed that there was this cat that was following behind me, watching me. No matter where I went, it kept pace and its eyes stayed on me.
Wow.
Lavina had told us earlier that this was just some random cat, but
Yeah. Cat. Is it Strahd? It's probably Strahd. It's definitely Strahd. Calling it now, it's Strahd. Or one of his familiars or something. Yeah.
the way she behaved was more like a familiar, or maybe even had been trained. As I head past the tree line,
Also, a
the
cat
thing
paying
is still
attention to
following
someone.
me.
That never
I'm
happens
thinking I need to
naturally.
get rid of this cat. I turn to it. Shoo, shoo, I say, waving my hands. The thing doesn't budge. You don't want to be here. I need my personal space.
Dude, it's probably Strahd
The
controlling
cat
it.
still has its eyes locked on me. I'm going to take a poop, and it's going to be really stinky. I think about it for a second before deciding, I'm going to have to kill this cat.
Okay, that
It was like-
escalated.
No, it's just a little kitty.
And Gouda.
Well, there are 2 options. 1, it's a familiar, in which case I can stop it tracking me.
2?
Or 2, it's just a regular cat, which
Is
I feel
very
that
creepy.
bad, but I warned it. It had its chances.
It's
I
also a
told
cat.
it to
It
go away.
will eat you.
Didn't listen to me.
They are never tame.
It can't understand
Which
you.
is adorable.
It's just a little
Cover
kitty.
bits of mass murder.
Well, we'll find
Squeezing.
out in a second if it really is. Garo walks around a set of trees. The cat follows.
Is he actually going to take a dump?
As it pops around, I whip my quarterstaff at its head. The cat feels the impact and goes flying,
Oh.
dying instantly.
Oh.
As it hits the ground, the cat vanishes in a puff of smoke.
Okay, no, not dead.
It was a familiar. That little shit. Well, if that's the case, whatever wizard, warlock, or whoever summoned him can just resummon him. But now it's time for me to do my sneaky exploration. Hopefully I can
Assuming
search
there's only
around,
one familiar.
find the magic stone, and steal it. If it goes over well, we might end up not having to fight.
Oh, yeah,
Head over to
no.
Boshak in town, talking to Lavina
No,
and
that'll
the others.
never be the case.
He notices that by the manor, one of the bushes was inching closer and closer towards it.
What?
Garo's head pops up, holding 2 twigs by his face, trying to hide it. He looks around, nervously, to see if anyone is watching him, and he pops back into the bush.
Puffin, I am judging you for that one. You're literally doing the anime bush sneaking. You even narrated the anime, dear God, anime bush sneaking. I'm not sure which annoys me more. The fact that you're doing it, or the fact that I never thought to make that joke in one of my videos, because I'm a little jealous and I don't like that fact. I pressed the wrong button.
He continues sneaking closer and closer. From this distance, Boshak, you can also hear that he's singing the Mission Impossible theme song to himself. Dun, 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 dun,
Oh,
dun,
God,
dun,
he...
dun, dun,
Okay,
dun,
yeah, no, I'm
dun,
not
dun,
going to give him credit for that one. I would do it
dun,
too.
dun,
I'll admit it, I would.
dun, 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 dun.
Also, he knows
Boshak's
more of the
like-
song than I do.
I guess I'm going to be keeping the other woman around here distracted so they don't notice Garo very obviously sneaking into the building.
But he's so hard
While
to
he's doing
spot.
that, Garo slips into the 2nd floor window. However, the DM lets me know, Garo, you think you're going into the upstairs, but it turns out it's just an illusion, and you manage to catch yourself before slipping through.
Oh.
I discover that this building is an illusion, and only some of the rooms are real. I go to the bottom
Why?
floor. Downstairs, I can hear two women talking, Baba Lysaga and someone else. The
Ooh.
other woman says, "He killed my cat."
Your
Baba
illusion
Lysaga
cat.
was pissed. "That scoundrel. We'll get them back. Don't worry. That will come later, dearie."
It was a familiar. You can
I'm
resummon
looking
it.
for the stone, but I don't see it. I notice a basement. I sneak downstairs. At the bottom, a ghost meets me.
What are you doing in my home?
It asks.
Bathroom.
I whisper, trying not to alert the people upstairs. "Oh, nothing. I'm just looking around. I don't mean you no harm. But if you don't mind me asking, who are you? How did you die?" The ghost explained,
I am the old burgomaster of Perez.
Oh.
Our town was happy and thriving until one day
Oh, so it did
a
change?
man came to see my daughter. His name was Vasily. He started courting my dear sweet Marina, my adopted daughter. We discovered that Vasily was secretly Strahd in disguise, and that he was coming to claim my daughter and turn her into a monster just like him. In order to save her soul, we killed Marina. Strahd became furious, and in his retribution, he used his power over the land, changed the course of the river, destroying the town and killing many people here. Since then,
So this is one of the previous places she was reborn to. And Strahd went full-on biblical retribution by changing the course of the river and thereby destroying what a town in this size and time place would normally need to survive. Water wheel, water for irrigation, just drinking water. Place to dump their shit. Yeah, I don't really like that part, but that's actually what they used it for. Yeah. Okay. Why is Strahd's mom here? I cannot get over that part. It kind of weirds me out a bit.
this town has become a swamp mired by these waters.
Swamp?
The rivers that run next to it didn't used to be here.
Oh,
It
they put the
was
rivers
a
into it.
scar
Oh,
left
reverse
from
what I
that
thought.
fateful day.
"Okay, cool. Thanks for the info.
Wait,
I appreciate it."
Focus on the swamp part.
I wondered if ghosts can or can't say his name, but whatever. He already knows we're here.
No, seriously, swamp?
I
Ask
sneak
about that part.
upstairs. Baba Lysaga
It ain't
and the
a
woman
swamp.
are out of the house,
Illusion? Probably illusion.
talking to the rest of the group and asking what they're doing here. "Welp," I say, cracking my knuckles. "Time for me to do what we all know needs to be done."
Get your ass kicked?
While Baba Lysaga and the others are talking, they see me charging out of the house. Ah! I
What?
throw a sacred flame at Baba Lysaga, starting the fight. The sacred flame harmlessly passes through Baba Lysaga,
What?
making us realize that she was also another illusion. We hear laughter coming
Illusions
from
are
above
useful.
us. Overhead, the invisibility is dispelled. It is finally revealed that the actual Baba Lysaga was inside of a massive floating skull of a dead Empyrean, which is hanging above the center of town. That skull was why Krusk had detected some celestial earlier with his divine sense.
How big is an
All of the
Imperial skull?
illusions are dispelled. The buildings aged before our eyes.
Yeah.
The tendrils of vines wraps around broken walls and
Okay.
decayed wood.
Okay, this is
the
more
people
normal.
around us fade away one by one and vanish. It is revealed that we're actually standing in the decayed and ruined town, and all the people we had met were nothing more than illusions.
Yep.
Flying out from the forest were witches, riding brooms, cackling. Lavina was one of the witches, riding her own broom. Garo was pissed, yelling,
Oh no, what a surprise. It was all an illusion. Which actually makes perfect sense because Gouda actually helped out by, well, not the Strahd part, but by showing, oh yeah, she's using illusions. And then there's the illusionary house. Like, literally, it's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Swamp, though. Kind of surprising. But it makes sense because it was the Swamp Witch and they were talking about her, and I guess this is her. The Empyrean skull I kind of have questions about because, one, how big is an Empyrean skull that you could sit in it? I mean, are we going like full-on Ultron? Like, not Ultron, but like Voltron level head sizes? I don't know why Voltron came to mind. It's a little weird. I was always more of a Power Ranger guy growing up. But yeah, I have questions.
up to her, "You fucking liar! You told me there was nothing dark or creepy here." She yelled back, "It isn't dark or creepy. This is normal for us."
Yeah,
Behind us,
I mean,
one
she's
of the
not making
buildings
a bad point.
shudders. These tendrils of roots rip out from the earth like spiders' legs and pull the house off of the ground. It trudges
What?
over to us and starts walloping people with its massive
Oh,
roots.
hell.
We start taking out the witches.
Are they fighting a house?
Eventually managing to knock
That's actually
Baba
kinda
Lysaga
cool.
out of the flying skull, and she falls to the ground in front of Garo, who starts punching her in the face. At this distance, I notice what she has in her hands. It's the Staff of the Magi. It's Mordenkainen's staff.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I remember that, I say. The DM asks me, "Hey, do you remember what the staff does?"
No.
Oh yeah, it's that staff that's loaded with all his magical energy and spells. It also has this other thing where if the user breaks a staff on their knee, it explodes as every single spell in it goes off at the same time.
This is the point where you just telekinesis the hell out of that staff to get rid of it. Because, I mean, could you say a certain witch might be a bit vengeful? Yeah. Also, wondering, is she actually Strahd's mom, or is she just that delusional? I honestly don't know, and I'm more afraid she's not delusional. Because that'd be crazy. Also, it does make sense that Strahd's, if this is actually Strahd's mom, he still counts as putting her in a home. The happiest place she could be. A swamp. There's so many jokes I can make here. There's so many. All of them I won't, because I know somehow, some way it will come back to bite me.
Okay, yeah, the DM says, which is why she's going to break it on her knee. Fuck.
Yeah.
The entire area is glassed with a massive explosion, which instantly kills her and rockets Garo backwards, sending him
survived?
careening through one of the ruined buildings. The group turned towards the evil house, which was moving around and attacking people. Esmeralda and Gouda leapt up into the building,
Huh.
searching the place
Well,
in an effort to find out
There
what
goes
was the source of
Mordenkainen's
the
staff.
power.
Hopefully he
The
didn't need
house
it.
took one of its roots and punched inside, knocking Gouda unconscious. Gouda, are you okay?
No.
Gouda's not doing so. Gouda.
She says before passing
Oh,
out.
God damn it.
Esmeralda, you gotta get her out of there. Esmeralda, our vampire hunter, approaches Gouda to pull her to safety, but sees her just laying there, so innocent and defenseless,
God damn
with
it.
all that delicious blood. She's in here by herself. No one's there to stop her. The DM has our vampire roll a wisdom save.
Oh, no.
Ez,
Oh, no.
you okay up there? I shout. It's awfully quiet. Ez?
She failed to
Ez?
save, didn't she?
I leap up to the house floor. I see Esmeralda using life transference to revive Gouda.
Oh.
Ah, cool. We're rooting around the house trying to figure out where the source
I'm
of the
actually a little
problem is.
surprised.
I notice a green light emanating from within the bundle of branches. What is that?
Something
I say.
that should be burned with fire?
Boshek's like, what do you mean, what's that? You know what it is.
Stone. It's a stone.
Gouda's confused as well.
No, what are you talking about?
Boshek explained, this isn't the first time we fought this thing. I
What?
think I'd remember fighting a giant house. Don't you remember up on Yester Hill? We already defeated one of them already.
What?
Garo's like, nope, I still don't. The thing we're sent here to find, the thing we're looking for.
Oh! And he's not saying it because they said Strahd's name.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember the previous magic stone, way back in episode 4. Yes! Way back in an earlier episode, when we retrieved the last stone, we fought a tree blight which had the stone embedded in its chest and was emanating green light. Oh!
Tree blight. Yeah. Sorry, the house on top of it threw me off. Does that mean that they're actually... The witches didn't turn the house into a monster. They made a house out of a monster. Okay. I'm just going to roll with that one. That actually sounds very practical. I mean, definitely saves on moving fees.
I dug through the roots and ripped out the stone.
Does it heal its own
The
plaster?
hut went still and stopped attacking us.
Oh.
Searching the
That
house,
seems like a bit
we
of a weakness.
discovered a captured Mordenkainen in its roots. Blood was being siphoned off of him. Out in the back, we find bloody footsteps. We realize that this was a ritual circle for a clone spell, and that out there is probably another Baba Lysaga. We rest up, recovering from
And
the
that's why
harrowing
she did the
fight.
suicide attack. There's another one already.
Now we have Mordenkainen, who's exhausted. We talk about Esmeralda.
That was a close one.
She says,
My vampire nature almost overtook me. I almost killed Gouda.
But I'm fine. Don't worry
You
about
gotta
it.
good over it.
No.
Good over it.
she shakes her head.
I feel bad for that
When
one.
this is all over, you guys have to promise me you'll kill me.
I nod.
No.
Sure.
No, just
Gouda
find a
was
way to
indignant.
restore her.
What?
Where's
no.
Spell? Find it.
Esmeralda explained,
It's too risky to leave me alive. I'm a vampire. I could go ravenous and eat someone.
Counterpoint.
That's just like being hungry. You make it sound like it's a bad thing.
it is bad. It's really, really bad.
Who wants to
You're
guess that Gouda's already
eating
eating people without
someone.
realizing it?
I'm hungry on occasion. It's not that bad.
Garo explained to Gouda, Gouda, think of your favorite food in the world.
People?
That's snacky cakes. They're the best things ever.
Okay, when you eat them, can you have one bite?
No, I gotta eat the whole box right there.
Oh, she
Right,
goes
for
that
her,
far.
It's like just having one bite, but never able to have any more. Gouda was shocked.
This is why you create a blood bank.
No, that's
It
terrible.
actually perfectly works in this situation.
could
Everyone gives a little
possibly do
blood, you have an
that?
infinite supply, you're set.
Now you
Plus
understand.
it has to be taken flat
Now you
fresh.
understand. That's the life Esmeralda would be trapped in. But imagine if the snacky cakes were murder. Gouda was indignant.
Well, Boshak eats people. I don't see why he gets to, that Esmeralda doesn't.
She points over to Boshak, who's ripping out people's organs and happily feasting on them.
Yeah!
Boshak politely waits for people to be dead first before he feeds on them. I said, thinking about it.
Politely waits.
Sometimes. Sometimes he feeds on them when they're still alive.
Yeah!
At least he's not evil. He is evil. At least he feeds on other evil people, and he eats responsibly, like he exercises portion control. Boshak starts choking when he tried to force down both a heart and a kidney and a femur all at the same time. I had to do the Heimlich maneuver to stop him from choking. Boshak, no, stop it.
Death by
God, Boshak.
femur.
He has way too much flesh in his mouth. After that
Portion
conversation,
control.
we made a joke about Esmeralda lusting after blood and accidentally taunting her. Oh no, I have all this blood leaking out. Don't worry, I can help you lick it off. Squirt, squirt. Whoops, I actually sprayed blood all over your face and hair. Later on, way after this, we would uncover that Babala Saga wasn't actually Strahd's mother.
Oh, thank God.
His actual mother was Queen Ravenovia. Babala Saga
Oh.
was just the midwife, who had such an obsession with Strahd that she deluded herself into thinking that she was actually his mother. Once we've rested up, I go across the river.
Wait, does that mean Strahd's a prince? Huh. There's an aristocrat's joke in here. And by that, I mean the joke, of course, is, oh, Strahd's actually a better version than most of them. Yeah, don't look up old history. There's some really screwed up shit, man.
To the stone circle. I take the magic stone and complete the ritual, breaking it. That's 2 stones down, 1 more
What was
to
that
go.
one?
We
It's
just
not the
got
voice,
rid
is
of
it?
his elemental resistances.
Ah,
As I do that, I hear
it's like they
someone's
said his
clapping
name.
through the mist. Walking forward is Strahd von Zarovich.
You might as well say his name now.
Impressive.
Strahd said.
Did not think you could do it.
Gouda said,
Yeah, we're gonna hunt down the last one, and then you'll be sorry.
No, he won't.
Oh, really? Are you?
What were
You're
they
probably
binding?
not going to have enough time because you're going to be busy later.
busy doing what?
It's a shame to say, but it appears as if there is an undead attack that is starting to assault the village of Barovia. If someone doesn't go to stop it, how many people are going to perish?
At this point.
What, are you pissed because someone else is moving onto your turf?
I'm just interested in Father Donovich.
It took Garo a second to remember. I didn't talk about this character, but we'd met him in episode 1 in the village of Barovia, and Donovich was the priest who did last rites on Irina's father when we buried him. The priest's story was a sad tale. Donovich had a son, Doru, who he had locked in his basement. When we went to the church, we could hear his son screaming,
Father, please, let me out. Please, Father. I'm hungry, Father.
and was banging on the door. When the son had tried to fight Strahd and aid Mordenkainen a year ago, while Strahd had killed most of the others,
Turned
he had
him?
turned Doru into a vampire spawn and sent him back to his father, to Donovich, as punishment.
Oh. Oh, that is a dick move, Strahd. Also, Mordenkainen actually did have help when he fought Strahd. Yeah. And he dicked over... Oh, so whenever he's saying, I'm hungry, father, he's saying enough, but he's also weak enough to be contained, and maybe it's because the father's a priest, and he's talking about eating people. It's the snack cake problem all over again. Yeah. Dear God. I hate Strahd, but at the same time, I love him as a villain because he's so over-the-top dickish. It's like, you can tell right now, even right now, it's like, oh no, you destroyed 2 of my MacGuffins. Cool. Don't care. It's just the sheer balls on this guy.
Every day, his father prays to the gods for guidance, hoping for a way to rescue his son from his curse.
Death.
But for the past year, no answer has come. You need us to save Donovich? Indeed, Strahd explained. I need someone to wed me and my beloved. I'm not a savage, after all. Boshak snarled,
I'm sorry, but the fuck?
Well, if you're free, why don't you go and save the town?
Strahd laughed. I'm busy. I have a wedding coming up. A lot
They do
of
take a while.
preparation to do. Garo
Yeah,
nodded in agreement.
there's a lot to do.
You know what? I'm a cleric. I've set up weddings before. I buy that he's busy. They're not easy to run. They take a lot of work.
Well then,
He's honestly not bullshitting that one. It is
night.
He turned to leave. Boshak was like,
I will be eating your face.
Cross snarled, we can't stand your
Is he
evil
just saying that as
any
Strahd or
longer.
Garo?
Gouda said,
Yeah, you big meanie pants jerkface. We're gonna rescue Irina.
I'm sure you think you will.
Yeah.
do you really not have better things to do? Are you...
Also, I'm pretty sure the entire thing is he's just dicking around right now, dragging out, because the second he actually goes to it, wouldn't his cursed always lose her kick in and then she dies? I legitimately get the impression right now he's just stretching it out to get that little feeling of victory before it inevitably goes away. It does feel like that. He's just dragging it out on his own terms. Yeah.
you find wasting time here, while others are dying there? Strahd vanished into
Barovia.
mist and drifted away.
It's literally
Garo
just a
was
thing.
pissed. As much as I hate to admit it, he's right.
He set up the attack,
We have
didn't
to
he?
save the village of Barovia. We don't have enough time to both save the town and find the last stone. Unfortunately, we're going to have to let the last stone go. Before we leave Berez, we also
Honestly,
find the
probably a
skull
better thing to leave one
of
of the stones
Argynvost.
still kind of
We take the
attracting whatever
skull
was
back to
trapping.
Argynvost Holt. Sir Godfrey tosses the skull into the beacon and lights a fire,
Oh.
signaling to the other revenants that their eternal struggle is done. As we wander through the fortress, we notice the bodies collapse to the ground. All the revenants are finally free to go.
Oh.
We meet Vladimir Horngard. The two are a couple. They embrace each other. Sir Godfrey says,
You can let go now. It's time.
seeing the beacon, Vladimir suddenly gets his memories back. Apparently he had lost some of his memories, but now they're back, so that's good.
I never thought I'd live to see this day.
Well, you
I've
technically
waited
didn't.
so long, so many nights wondering, waiting, and now it's over. Thank you, my love.
The two knights embrace each other, and Vladimir collapses. His soul leaves his body as his eternal curse is finally over. Garo hasn't actually met Vladimir before, but I'm told they were a couple, and this is my first time being at this place, so
How does
it's
undead
pretty
coupling
cool.
work?
Very sad. While all the other revenants were gone, Sir Godfrey was the only one who remained.
Why?
It turns out that my hatred runs deeper.
It makes sense. You were kind of the guy who literally pushed past everyone else, so yeah. Also, I thought souls in this, Barovia don't actually ever leave, so wouldn't they just be reincarnated into another form of suffering? Oh, but they would forget their previous suffering, so I guess that is kind of a net plus. Unless the place screws them over by reminding them of it. Like a certain guy being cursed with it. Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
I can only be satiated once the Dark Lord is finally destroyed.
Cool. We're up for
He
that.
looked out across the bleak landscape to Castle Ravenloft, looming over Barovia.
I need to bury my comrades and put their bodies to rest, but I will meet you tomorrow night at Castle Ravenloft, and there we will settle this together. We will finally put an end to all the pain, the misery, the agony. I carry with me on my shoulders the pain of 100 years of waiting and dozens of souls.
It was only 100
the
years?
cycle must come to an end.
I mean, it's a lot, but
The DM also lets us know the lit beacon radiates magical warmth and gives all who oppose the Dark Lord a +1 to their AC. Garo is pushing them out of the door.
noise.
Okay, that's nice. Very sad. But we have a village to save. Goodbye.
Yeah, also, they're kind of probably working to his purpose right now because he did ask them to do it, so... Does Strahd give rewards if they complete the quest he gave them? I'm honestly wondering if there's a way you can just persuasion your way through this if you bullshit it high enough. That would be kind of funny. Stupid. Probably very boring in the end, but funny when it happens. Also, I just want to take a second to look at Puffin's art right here. I just love the sheer smug. Because Puffin, at least as he's been portraying Strahd in all of this replay, Strahd is such a troll, an absolute troll, who's literally just, oh, you think you're opposing me. You thought I was Dio, but it was me, Strahd. Like, he's that level of troll. He would supplant Dio in a meme level troll. And I kind of love it because he's just given such a chibi art here, but it looks so over-the-top smug, self-satisfied, and punchable. Like, you can even see it where he's like, do I want to start the fight now? No, I'd lose, but I really want to, and I'm still tempted, even though I'd lose, but it's still tempting. And then Strahd just going like, yeah, I'm enjoying this. This is fun. Oh, it'd be too bad if somebody started an attack that you definitely would respond to. That'd be a real shame. Has anyone said Strahd caused the attack? No. Do we all kind of assume it's him at this point? Yeah. Oh, God. It's like, you just love to hate this guy. And the art Puffin gave him is so over-the-top cutesy, but you can focus on the smug aspect of it. I just love that.
We leave Godfrey behind us, rushing as fast as we can to the village of Barovia. As we get there, the place is overrun with undead. We start battling our way through it, trying to figure out where the source is coming from.
Vampire?
Eventually fighting our way
Strahd?
to the church. We notice the one who's controlling all of them is Donovich himself.
Oh.
The priest yelled, I prayed and asked for guidance, but no one would come to my aid. But nothing worked. If I'm going to save my son, I'm willing to do anything.
Yeah.
He's waving around a black book. Apparently, he was trying out some dark, messed up ritual to help his son. And the undead are rampaging through the town, and his son is becoming more and more warped by his dark gifts. Boshak casts a spell
what kind of warped?
and kills Donovich. Garo's not happy about this.
But
Well, great, Boshak. I was trying to keep him alive, but now he's dead. I hope you feel good about yourself.
probably, yeah.
I do.
Gouda splits up from the party,
Yeah,
hunting down
he's evil,
Dora
he
and
did the
starts
right
a fight
thing.
with him.
By his
Unfortunately
own
for her,
metric.
the son is quite strong, and she's just a little caster. A few rounds into the fight with him, she dies.
Oh,
We eventually catch up to her and kill Doru.
again?
Now we just have Gouda's body. Hey, Esmeralda, do you think you could help us out over here? I ask.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Well,
Can I
what I'm
surprise her?
thinking is we need
The
to
older
get
daddy
Gouda
didn't bring her back again.
Do you think we could... No, Esmeralda said.
I don't even think it would work. But not for 1 second am I even going to consider it.
Fine.
Oh,
Gouda's
vampire.
spirit suddenly wakes up and is brought face to face with Mavaress, her patron.
Yeah?
Little Gouda, you can't die. I won't let you.
Nice.
Your body has become broken. You need a new one.
What?
Choose your form. Do you want to be a minotaur or a tabaxi?
The image of the Minotaur and Tabaxi appear before her.
Oh my god, so she's either a minotaur or a cat girl. Cat boy too, could be a possibility. Also, if it's a cat boy, she has to rename her character Schroeder. It is a thing.
Gouda whines.
I don't want to be someone else. I just want to be me.
How many bodies is this guy
Your
stealing?
form has become lost. Change is necessary for you to become stronger. Now, you are weak. After all, you are the hero. You must become strong.
These are actual people's bodies, aren't they?
Okay, Gouda said reluctantly.
Tabaxi.
I guess you know best, Magic Dad.
She points to the tabaxi.
I want to be the kitty cat.
At the cemetery, in a nearby grave, a tabaxi climbs out of it and joins up with the group. Gouda is now a tabaxi. Since we'd spent the night fighting the
I'm sorry. It's just the freaking kitty face. Why? It's so stupid. Also, okay, so yeah, the body was already dead and her skeletal beholder dead. Wouldn't that also imply that that actually wasn't a beholder before it just took the body of one? Because it kind of can do that. Yeah. It's a beholder cat. Is she going to have random tendencies to just go bat things off edges? Actually, she probably already had that one, so really nothing changed. I love the art. And just like the sheer what the fuck on Puffin's face. It just that's perfect.
the undead, the next day we slept, recovering from the fight and preparing for the wedding that evening. Now, it's the final day. The wedding is going to happen in a few hours. As we're making preparations, we get approached by one of the Vistani.
I have a message from Madame Ava.
Yeah?
She wishes to speak to you.
We go to her tent and she welcomes us inside. Madame Ava holds out her tarot deck.
The road you have traveled has been a long one, but
Pretty
you're
fucked
close
up,
to
too.
the end. I have one final reading for you.
What?
Our DM had told us that he wasn't a huge fan of the limited options in the original book about how the story ends, so he added several new ones.
Oh.
It's anyone's guess what's going to happen next. She shuffles up the cards, and as the group waits around the table,
So you get the ending
quietly
here.
watching the woman prepare to make her reading, with the next session of Curse of Strahd being the last episode, that was where that session ended.
Tabaxi Gouda. You know, it's a good thing Gouda didn't piss off her patron, otherwise she would actually be permadead right now. And then we'd be deprived of her amazing character, because she's so over the top, naive, and stupid, and silly, and I love it. Gouda is probably one of my absolute favorite parts about this entire replay, because she's just so silly and just fun to watch the antics of. I would assume everyone playing with her is like, Gouda, no! Gouda, yes! Literally that. That would be the reaction there. Who's saying what? I don't know, but I would probably assume that if I was playing, I would be the guy doing Gouda, yes. I don't play well. I just play stupid. So, like you probably expected, but yeah, I'll cop to that one. I just really love this, though. It was fun. It was silly. Puffin did that tiny little last picture of Gouda popping out of the ground as a tabaxi beholder kin thing. Kind of wondering if those eyes actually do anything. Like, I don't think they have magic, but if they did, that'd actually be pretty cool. I don't think they do, but again, it would be pretty cool. I just really want to see what happens next. And the fact that he mentioned his DM, that's the word, I can English, was choosing different endings based on the reading, which would imply, and this is just my own limited knowledge, intentionally limited knowledge, that this is where you decide how the game ends and then you just go earn it. Because it kind of sounds like this entire reading is choosing how things will play out. And what does he mean by limited? Honestly, I thought that would be expanded way more. People have pointed out that this is not a new module or not an old module because, 5th edition isn't that old. But on the other hand, the basic core concepts like Castle Ravenloft, for example, are not new. So while the module itself might not be ancient, a lot of the aspects of it are heavily built on years of world building and lore. So I still count it as one of the older ones that's been more built up over time. Personal opinion, maybe just headcanon, but I'll take it. Overall, I'm actually really excited to see where this goes. To see what kind of homebrew ending their DM... I just realized what DM this is. This is the DM who's like, oh, they've been ignoring all the hints I've given them this entire time. Time to get revenge. Yeah, and honestly, I would be completely okay with that, and it would probably be justified. He's given them all the chances not to fail. And then they did. Or they forgot to notice a raven on their shoulder, which they've already gone back to forgetting is there. Is it still there? I don't know, because they forgot to mention it. I love how that's a constant. If the game finally ends with the Raven takes out a sword from nowhere and defeats Strahd, and you're always like, when did a Raven get there? Oh, he's been there the entire time, literally leveling up with us the entire time. Oh, yeah. Honestly, I would completely roll with that and laugh my ass off. Will it end that way? I was going to say no, obviously not, but I don't know. It's at that level right now, and I'm kind of excited about that. So if you haven't, there's a link below to the original video. Make sure to hit that up, because that was freaking amazing, man. It was just funny as hell, and I'm excited to see what comes next. Also, the nursemaid for Strahd is a random witch who's obsessed with him. Kind of creepy. The fact that she's in a very nice place for her, which was a swamp, and then she cloned herself to die, and then she sacrificed herself because she did it because she had a clone. It's like, oh, wow, you put a lot of thought into this. Kind of creepy. But it's Barovia. We know exactly what we're getting into. Yeah, I was right. I called it. It was the muffins all over again. And yet still less screwed up than the actual muffins. Those were an early game thing, but they were really kind of messed up, man. Really messed up. Like, way more than Strahd so far. Strahd mass murders people. The muffins still freaking me out more. Yeah. I'm never going to look at a muffin the same way again. So if you haven't, there's a link below to the original video. Make sure to hit it up. If you can, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe here. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.